welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and it's Sunday, so I am here with Scraplift Crafternoon, a hop where a group of my friends get together and find some inspiration and scraplift it. And this lovely layout is by the lovely Brianna, which is my life on paper here on YouTube, and then mommy_RN on Instagram. And I love this layout so much. I have very little of this Simple Stories Life Captured collection left. I have this frame, which is why I selected this collection, because her layout has this little double frame. And this is really all I have left. I have a few embellishments in an embellishment box I'm going to pull out and try and use. And this is all I have in the papers. So I'm going to try and get everything I can used up and create a layout. I've got these dies for the arrows. I also have a stamp set, but spoiler alert, I don't use it. But I've got my papers and scraps. I have my embellishment and dies. And then I have these two fun pictures I'll explain in a minute. And this awesome layout by Brianna. So let's see how this goes. So I take the very little scraps that I have and make arrows out of them. Even if I can't make a full arrow like right here, I just am using it to cut as many as I can with the very little bit of paper that I have left in this collection. So I decided to put it on white because some of the papers I was using originally, I thought I'd use the side that had a white base. And so I kind of went back and forth with that, but decided I wanted to use white, but I can't handle the starkness of it. So I am going to take this tumbled glass and just smush it all around. And then I kind of like take this acetate and just start smearing, honestly. Typically with the packaging technique, I will kind of pat it down and then kind of smush it a little. But at some point I even take, and you probably won't see it, but I take the acetate and just start smearing it everywhere. I really just want some coverage, but not in your face coverage. Now, this that I just splattered was Diane Reevely's I just lost my train of thought. It is the shiny stuff. You know, the shiny stuff. I decided to use it in white because it would give a little sheen to my splatters onto the layout. Because these pictures are me and my work wife and my two bosses in the midst of a foam party at school, and we are being attacked by bubbly, foamy bits, and it was hysterical. I wasn't going to go out there, but Ashley came and pretty much insisted, and so I told her I would go. I went out there. I thought maybe we could stand on the edge of the foam and take a picture with the foam in the background, so we'd still kind of get the concept. But the foam gun thing that was spewing all the bubbly foam out turned, and the wind turned and it attacked me, so I was covered in foam anyway. It's fine. So I ended up with my whole person in the middle of this big foam party with a bunch of fifth graders hanging out behind us. Luckily, the way we got the picture, I could still post it and everything. But the four of us are just standing there and being tacked and covered in foam. And if you can see the close-up, then you're going to see that it's in my hair. It's all over. It's fine. My shoes were a little bit yucky and they're a little stinky still. I need to wash them. But it was hysterical. And after she sent me the picture, I said, thank you. It was worth it. The pictures are hysterical. And I did have a good time. But I had a billion things to do because I've been out of work most of the week with a sick grandbaby. And so I was like, oh gosh, I don't have time for this. But it was well worth it. I stayed late for work so that I could still enjoy the fun. So my arrows are all the same. Except, well, there's two different ones. One's got the little groove and one is just flat on the bottom. And that's what I used on her. She's got a bunch of different types of arrows, but I work with what I had and I love the way this layout turned out. Her background paper has a grid on it, so it's not got that stark emptiness. And I think had I used something like that, I wouldn't have needed the mixed media. But because I was using a solid cardstock, which I have trimmed down a 1/4 inch at the top and side so that it can be matted. I'm bringing in black just so it brings everything forward. So I used some black scraps to finish up the arrows that I felt like I would need because I did not have a ton of paper with this collection. I didn't know how many arrows I would need, so I got those on there. Now I've put this thing here, this little sticker I'm putting down says I'm all in. And then right when I'm doing this, my daughter comes in and asks me if I can hold the baby for a few minutes while she gets him situated for a change and bed. There him is. Isn't he cute? Okay, I'm going to be quiet so that you all get a little treat. I swear, that baby just makes me giggle. His mother was changing his diaper and he was just giggling and giggling and giggling. And I was like, okay, well, I can't not have a little of that in there. He's not been feeling great. He's had hand, foot, and mouth for the whole week, so it's been lovely. And of course, it's the week of his birthday, so that was great. But he's feeling better. He's still a little fussy, and it was right before bed, so he was a little like ready to go to sleep. But anyway, I pull out the embellishments. I'm trying to use them, but some of these are hard to use. They're really big and kind of awkward. I do want to get a couple things on here. Like I pull out September, I pulled out happiness, I pulled out moments. I think I pulled a couple other things out and just try them different places, and it just does not work for me. I do end up using one of the puffy the puffy stickers and putting that on here. I mean, obviously I don't want to cover over all of the arrows. I don't want to cover a little, but I want to cover them all. But I do have this bird, and I thought it was really cute, and I thought it was fitting. So I went ahead and put that on here. I have like this one green. This green is not my favorite color, but I have a little sticker on here that says something about dreams coming true or whatever. And so it's that same green color. So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead. And then I add these few little embellishments. So I pretty much used all of my flatback brads. I used the end of my enamel dots, and then I used a couple of these puffy stickers. One says yay. I thought that was pretty fitting, and so I'm going to stick that up here in this little gap between the 4 arrows. And other than that, I think I am done. Oh, this is what I'm going to put the enamel dots on because I've got those 2 tags that I've made from the scraps, and so I put a enamel dot there to, kind of show where the tag hole would be. And of course can't leave those empty even if there's not really one there. So like I said, I used the rest of my enamel dots. I put them in a couple of different places, just kind of scattered really. And then that is it. Oh, I'm going to use my date stamp, and I will journal. I think I'm going to do another layout for next to this. So I haven't journaled yet because I have to figure out exactly what I want to write on there. So, but here is Brianna's layout again. I love hers. She used that second picture spot on the frame with a cut apart or embellishments, but I had 2 pictures that I needed to document, so I wanted to go ahead and get those on there. But I love this. I hope you'll go check out Brianna. Her information is below in the description box, as well as all the beautiful ladies that I scrap lift with every week. Their information is below, as well as the playlist link. So I hope you'll go check that out. You will see 2 videos for me today. So if this is the first one you've seen today, there is a 30 Days of Sketches layout that I did. So if you're looking for a picture of the cute baby, that'll be on the video that posted earlier today for 30 Days of Sketches. So I hope you'll go check that out. I hope you'll hang out with me a little bit more this month, and I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout, or if you just like listening to my cute little grandson giggle. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.